All right, guys. So I'm curious to what everybody throws for top water walk the dog style lures. Here's my collection that I like to throw. These pretty much all stay in my tackle box when I do some inshore fishing for redfish and trout. And we're going to kind of go over them. So the top one right here is the Super Spook XT, which is just a bigger spook. And this one's really good for big redfish. Big trout will eat it too, but I kind of throw this when it's, kind of choppy or when I'm targeting big redfish. But as you can see, it's got some J hooks on it right now. And you'll see some of my lures have J hooks. I only swap over to J hooks in the summer when the floating grass is really thick. You almost have to use J hooks unless you can find an area that doesn't have a bunch of grass. But because I fish the Intercoastal Waterway, which is tons of grass beds, there's a ton of floating grass, and you can catch plenty of fish there. You just got to find a way to not get a bunch of grass on your lure. So J hooks work, but in my opinion, they do decrease the hookup ratio. So they will get treble hooks back on once the grass is gone. Here's one of my favorite lures, which is the One Knocker Spook. These things are real nice. It's got J hooks on it. You can see it's got one ball bearing in it that makes this noise. So really good lure. Has a great walk the dog action. Here's a Savage Gear top water. You can see that's got like the mullet pattern. So, I like to have a couple different patterns, but personally, I don't think the color makes that much of a difference. But if I am going to get some based on color, I want some natural kind of colors, white, bone, mullet color, baby speckled trout. Here's a custom one from Jeff Brown. This one's got a good walk the dog style action too, and a great speckled trout pattern. Here's an OG, which is the Rapala Skitter Walk with obviously the speck pattern. A lot of people like to throw lures that have speckled trout patterns on them because they say speckled trout will eat their own species. So the big trout will eat a small trout. So that's why a lot of people like to throw it. Here we go. This is a Berkley Hijacker 100. It's kind of different. So I just like to have some different presentations, It's got a couple balls in it, so it has more of a rattle sound. And this one is a MirrOlure Top Dog. It's also got one ball in it. Nice loud rattle though. And here's another one of my favorites is the Rapala Skitter Walk V. You can see the bottom has a different shape compared to the normal Skitter Walk. It's got a great walk the dog action. Here's another one with J hooks on it. This is kind of my favorite color now. I've been throwing that one a lot. So here is another custom lure from Jeff Brown that's called A Lot of Fish. It's got like a peanut shaped body. Good knock rattle in it. Sounds really good. Then we're going to go up to some smaller top waters. I like to throw smaller ones when it's really flat calm and I'm targeting trout or whatever I'm targeting. When the water is flat, I like to downsize, especially if they're being kind of spooky. So one of the best ones for that, that scenario is the Spook Junior. So I got a couple of Spook Junior ones. This one is a custom painted baby speck color from Jeff Brown. Here's another baby speck pattern. And this is a similar profile. This is the Berkley Jaywalker 90. And it's got a good rattle to it too. Multiple balls in it. And here's another newer one that I've been throwing some. Is a Savage Gear Rev Mag Walker 95. And it doesn't have any rattles, just little tiny balls in it. So it's not much of a rattle. And sometimes when the fish are being finicky, you might want to throw one that doesn't have any rattle. What's cool about this, it's got a magnet right there on the belly, and it actually holds the treble hook right there, which can help keep it from, getting tangled up. So this is what I keep in my tackle box. I want to know what you guys are throwing for top water, walk the dog style lures, but these are some of my favorites. These kind of go through the mix depending on conditions. So drop a comment of what your favorite top water lure is.